Mike here from Visit Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. And today we're going to kind of channel our inner lumberjack and we're going to throw some axes and knives and all kinds of stuff down at 303 Vine Street in Loretto. That's where you're going to find this very interesting old, it's a warehouse. It was the first warehouse, therefore escape from Warehouse 1. Anyway, so what we're going to do in there is they're going to have escape rooms where you can pick between the Blackbeard's Treasure, Season of the Witch, and the Back to the 80s room, all right? So you can escape there. You can book all of these online at escapefromwarehouse1.com, where you can also book the axe throwing at Axe Kicking Loretto and in Axe Kicking Florence, Alabama. Now, keep in mind, because if you're going to be throwing axes and all that sort of thing, and if you drop one, you might lose a toe. So don't wear open-toe shoes, please. There is a waiver you will have to sign for that place, and especially the Smashing Good Times Rage Room, where you can take and beat stuff up. And as you can tell behind me, I didn't even give Josh the time to even say anything before I ran off and started hitting things with a stick. Anyway, where you can too, get some rage out of your system and go in and get some rage out. Because I'm just mad.
Mike, what are you doing? You know they got a room for that.
We're at the Smashing Good Times Rage Room, right?
We are located at Escape for Warehouse 1 in Axe Kicking here in Loretto, Tennessee.
And then what?
Well, they've put in a brand new room for anybody out there. We wanted to get down here, kind of show you guys. We got a spot that Mike can, in fact, take out all of his anger so we can save the windows and things.
Yeah, we can still throw axes, right?
We can, and escape from their 80s room or maybe even their pirates rooms and things.
Still stuck in the 80s.
We can go in there, Mike, we can put on the headgear, we can choose us a weapon, we can take our frustrations out on anything we want.
All right, did you book online?
I did book online. That's the only way to do it, guys. We need to tell you quick. If you want to do this, maybe you got a large group of people, I don't know, church groups, Boy Scouts, whatever. You want to come down for any of the activities here at Warehouse 1, definitely make sure, check out their website. You can book online and things. You can talk to the owners, and you can set up a time slot that you can go in here and take a little rage out.
All right, well, let's do that.
Let's go check it out.
Escapefromwarehouse1.com, huh? All right. Now, upon entering the building, you're going to find that if your party is not all there and something's going on, that Wade will come out and get you when it's time. You know what I mean? So be sure whenever you do come in, just to kind of let them know that you're here. Head on back in there where you can see the seating area, there's a TV and all that sort of thing. Now, depending on what you booked, you can consecutively book anything else that you would like to do afterwards. I would always recommend going through and getting your room that you're going to escape from and then booking your, axe throwing adventure. Okay, now, when you do book your time slot, when you get inside with your party to the escape rooms, you have 1 hour in order to achieve getting out of the room. Now, what happens if you don't get out? No problem. The owner will come along and let you out after you're done, all that sort of thing. And you'll take your photos up front if you ended up getting out in the time slot that you had. All right. If you try to beat any of the records or anything like that, that's going to be a little bit different. There are people have got out in what we would call record time. Now, the first one that you're going to come to is the Blackbeard's Treasure. And of course, it's all pirate all the way. Even a little cannon, you know what I mean? It don't fire. It's all that sort of thing. I'm not going to give you any clues because I haven't done that room, successfully yet. But there's a lot of different clues you're going to have to work together with people to try to get out of. Anyway, so that's a really good, neat room. There's a lot of hidden things that comes out, all that sort of stuff. Now, you are on camera the whole time, so keep that in mind. Don't try to plant stuff for other people, all that sort of thing. Now, the Season of the Witch. This is going to be a really big one come Halloween. Now, currently, the room is down as you get to kind of put the, pieces together that you're going to take into the Smashing Good Times Rage Room. That's where they're holding all of that stuff. But that will be temporary. It's going to be moved out, and you can see behind me all the different things inside the Season of the Witch. Really good, popular room. Come time about September to November, in that time period that we kind of think about as Halloween. Now, the most interesting, at least to me, I'm 46. Is the back to the 80s room, where you can play to try to get out of the 80s. And I know some of you guys will always be stuck in the 80s in one way or another, but it's a really neat room. It reminds me of the 80s attire, and the things on the wall, things that are written, even on the telephone. So you're going to find a lot of things, if you grew up in that time, to be very familiar to you. Okay. It turns out that I'm still stuck in the 80s. But I get to now go and throw some axes, because I was lucky enough to go ahead and book my axe adventure once I got my obviously not successful escape room. Anyway, so hopefully your luck will be better than mine. So let's throw some axes. Foiled again. Well, if you're lamenting the labor of a lumberjack, try your hand at the handy handle of an axe. Just rear back and throw it. We got pretty good amount of security here to keep your axe head out of somebody else's head. Really safe. Now, if you do end up liking the whole experience of throwing an axe, keep in mind that Wade did go to compete in the World Series of axe throwing, the Olympics, I guess, of its kind. And what he also does is he is able to make his own axes, you know what I mean, that are weighted properly, and they are a whole different throwing experience. You know what I mean? It's just, you can feel, you can see behind me here that the difference is obvious also. So they have axes of all different kinds to throw at the target and try to achieve a stick in the bullseye. However, if you end up liking it and you want your own design, your own wood material, all that sort of thing, be sure to contact Wade and have him to also make you an axe to your specifications for your weighting, all that sort of thing. He can adjust all that sort of thing. He's a very good, talented axe thrower himself. Also, if you find yourself Robin Hooding your axe one day and it knocks pieces out of the handle, or something happens where it no longer fits the way it is, he does do axe repair if you're one of those that need his service.
There we go. Oh, that's cool. Oh, let me get it with my face shield. You ready?
There you go. Go ahead.
All right.
Now, the Smashing Good Times Rage Room is in its own self and its own beast, all right? So this is the most activity that you're going to have. So it is kind of made for two people to share, because when you start really going to town and hitting stuff, it really does wear you down a little bit. So be sure to, plan for that to happen. I don't care how fit and finished you are, you're going to probably not be able to bang too much stuff too often that close together without getting a little bit tired. So bring a party with you if you don't mind. You can go just by yourself, but it's usually better done with others, because they also have viewing windows where you can see all the different things that you want to bash. Now, if you do want to bring something from your house, be sure to kind of take a picture of it and send it over their Facebook site to their page so that they can kind of tell what it is. They don't want you to hit something and then oil fly all over it, or be combustible, or stuff like that. There has been some people that brought some things they wanted to destroy, and in particular, so they went ahead and sent that over. Anyway, check this out.
Well, Mike, take a look at all this stuff that you get to choose from that you can break. I mean, I definitely would love to break some of this stuff. Now, I heard you guys talking out in the hall a second ago. What did the owners tell you about this? What do you get to do here?
Well, you generally get to pick out a box. Let me just hold one up here.
Look at all this.
It's not like you have to be too careful, but you'll generally get a box of some things
that are typically found in like a, how do I say it? Kind of like a store that kind of has trinkety things, you know what I mean? And they want to get rid of it, so naturally he gets it, and then we smash it into bits. So you can get a box, you know, when you come in, you can kind of scan through, or you can kind of customize. Now, of course, you get to hit the metal stuff all you want, as long as your time slot is allowing. However, this stuff here is kind of the things that if you want breakables, you get a box that's here. However, if you do want to sweeten the deal a little bit, and say, for example, well, right down here is a box of Christmas ornaments. And say, for example, somebody really mistreated you on a Christmas day, or Christmas section of the year, you know what I mean? And you want to break that, you could buy additional boxes. This one happens to be for $20. Here's a another little group of things for $20. Some wedding kits if your wedding didn't go just right. You know what I mean? It's $20, and you can pretty much take another box, or you know, about like so, and fill it full of additional items. Now, I don't know if you got a troubled childhood or something, but there's a lot of toys you can just destroy. I don't know, maybe you had one that was like a printer. There's also a stack of printers.
I saw something over here that when I saw it, it just kind of stood out to me, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
There's an alarm clock, just like I had in high school. And if I heard it ring one more time, I was going to pull my hair out.
You're gonna
and
rage?
I would love nothing more than to send it out to left field. I'm just going to tell you.
Well, box that rage, buddy.
That's exactly what I'm
There
going
you
to do.
go.
Let me see this thing. I'm going to go around
That's what you
collecting
do,
some
though.
stuff here.
You find you a group of things that just look like something you'd like to break. Like I say, you get a free box. If you want to add to it,
Look at this.
it's $20, or however much you want to put in something. Might vary a little bit. So you can, I guess, make it a little bit more interesting if you would like to break more glass things than beat on car hoods and stuff. You know what I mean? You can do that here. Just make sure you tell the owner what's going on, all that sort of thing. Looks like Josh has got about a good
do.
30
I don't
minutes
like
worth of rage.
lemonade. Smacko.
So, but this is the room. This also doubles as the witch room during Halloween. So we're not, you know, showing everybody's a cultist or something like that. It has a purpose for why that's here, all that sort of thing. So that's what you do. You come into this room after you come in, pick you out a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, there's just oh man, there's all kinds of bottles, and I guess an old soap dispenser.
Wooden stuff.
You know,
maybe.
just pick you out some things that you'd like to go to town on, and well, rage yourself into the room.
You want to tell them, and I'm going to look at some stuff here for a minute.
That was my helmet. That was
Trade,
yours.
trade with me here for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the section where you kind of need to go through a little bit of safety equipment. Now, you'd think maybe that it is redundant to have a face shield and safety glasses, but it really isn't. Small particles could fly up through all means of things. And, whoops.
I can still see really good through all this,
Yeah.
Mike.
Take my
It's
hat
bright.
off.
Yellow.
And you get fitted for one of these helmets that has a shield so that big pieces don't come in at you, or you don't accidentally hit yourself trying to wind up and
Oh, yeah.
take off. Of course, you don't have to throw axes with this, but when it comes to the rage room, then this is obviously something you need. Also, they have gloves if you would like to wear them. These are the kind that you would do a pretty good amount of manual labor in.
I definitely
And,
would want them on to get a good grip.
Yeah, you don't want to
Right.
lose things, or you also don't want it to hit you as you come back through. And the owner will go through all of this stuff with you, but it is something that you'll have to put on for that. So they do have styles of safety glasses that have, I guess, these pink ones here.
I like these
Little
yellow.
different shapes of faces and all that sort of thing, so you're not sort of stuck with something you don't want to be in. But
Brightens
these,
it up.
yeah, it did. That's
It did.
true. These yellow glasses tend to bring in more light, all that sort of thing.
This is nice.
So that you can take the next step, which is to go to the next area. Now, where do we go from here, Josh?
I guess we need to go back here and choose a weapon.
Choose a weapon.
Let's get back here and take a look.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get our hats.
Oh, we definitely
There we go.
need those. I'm
Woohoo!
going to carry some gloves with me. Now, guys, there are, in fact, a few rules here at the Smashing Good Times Rage Room we want to tell you about again. Now, number one is the choices of weapons. They have a ton of them here. They definitely don't want you bringing your own weapons from home. But the items that you are, in fact, going to smash, you can, sometimes bring a few of those with you. Like we've said, we can't say it enough. You just need to talk to the owners. Now, Mike has been out here. He's been looking around. I think he's done found his weapon of choice, guys. We're going to get in here. We're going to tear some stuff up. We're going to kind of show you guys what this is all about. It looks like a fun time, Mike.
Yeah, now here you go.
Oh.
That is a weapon that you'll be very familiar with.
Yes.
And then some of this stuff, I guess, if you just, I don't know, you got something you'd like to just hit like that. Whoop, shield down. Safety first. And they got some other things. If you're into prying in people's lives, maybe this one might be your thing. You can really pull against something. You know what I mean? Just find out some things you want to do with it.
Buddy, I'm telling you, I could go straight through a lamp with this.
Of course, then there's this one.
Oh, look at that guy.
That's for some real things in here now. You can't go and do a watermelon like the guy that usually swings this thing. You know what I mean? I think we all know who that is. So we can't do that in here, but for a lot of things you absolutely can.
Yes.
So I think just like the fella who's known for walking tall and carrying a big stick, this thing right here looks like my spirit animal.
It does, doesn't it, Mike? That is a caveman
That's
club.
right. So this is kind of a selection that we have here at the Rage Room here. So let's find some stuff to hit.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, yeah.
Ah! You suck.
No, that's that fender.
As far as ages go, the great question. Make sure they're a good maybe 8 years old and up, and that's just because if you're going to throw axes, you know what I mean? They need to be able to hold something that is relatively heavy, and of course throwing it requires a certain type of fling, if you will, and be sure that they can do that. Now, if they came to the rooms by which you get out of, the escape rooms, that's a little bit different story. They could be younger, all that sort of thing, if you kind of come as a family. But just make sure that whenever you do go into throw axes, or especially the rage room, there's going to have to be a certain age group that's going to have to participate, simply because the things that are necessary relatively heavy and unwieldy, and you can have things come back. Safety equipment is going to be a requirement. As you can see behind me, bashing up stuff and having something come back and get you is quite, obviously something that we have to kind of consider before going. So be sure to, understand that will be something that is a non-negotiable. You will have to wear some form of safety equipment. That's why we ask that you not wear open-toe shoes and all that stuff. So no sandals, even if they are closed-toed. We ask that you bring footwear that, in case something does land on you, it doesn't, make a puncture wound. And that's why the waiver is there on the website, so that you can click on it and then go read it before you even show up, so that you know kind of what you're getting into.
Now, guys, I am telling you, we had a really great time here at Escape from Warehouse 1. And when they said 30 minutes was, in fact, enough time, I kid you not, Mike, I wore out in about 10 minutes. I mean, when you really get to pile driving into the door of a car, you're doing something.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
We definitely want to tell you guys at home again. Now, if you have any questions for them about the Smashing Good Time Rage Room here at Warehouse 1, or axe throwing, or escaping from any of their rooms that they have set up, like their 80s room, their pirates room, like we mentioned before. They change those pretty often. You can definitely message them on Facebook. As always, we will put a link in the description of this video. So, if you do have an item that you want to bring in and smack, you can send them a pic. They'll tell you if it's good, if you can do it or not. Also, like we said before, definitely make sure to sign the waivers and things. They would prefer for you to sign up ahead of time online. Now, Mike, is there anything else you can think we just definitely need to tell these guys?
Just take the time, to go through and kind of pick out what you want, you know what I mean? And you could do all three of them. You could pull up here, try the, escape rooms. And once you build up a little tension, because I, for one, is still stuck in the 80s, and once you throw some axes a few times, all that sort of thing, you feel pretty good about it. Go into the rage room, go in there and smash some stuff up. You're going to be glad you did.
Yeah, I had a great time.
That was fun. Did you see you hit the clock? Oh, that was so funny.
I feel so much better, guys. That's been a personal thing of mine for years. The alarm clock like that from when I was a kid. And it's like it's gone, man.
Yeah.
I feel lighter, calm. I do.
Well, you're taking me to dinner then. So, but the biggest thing, have fun. I mean, like I say, this is the only place where you can do anything like this in all of Lawrence County. You know what I mean? Nothing like this exists. So go in and have fun. That's the best thing. Get a group of people to come with you, because, this is kind of better played the more you've got with you, so they can remember those days when you did something or you smashed something and it bounced off the wall, or they tell us, because we all got stories like that. You know what I mean? That's what makes life so interesting. So be sure to look in our descriptions where we're going to leave links. Don't play the Google gamble. We're going to let you get the links directly from the page, where it's going to go to the Escape from Warehouse 1, where you can do all three things under this one roof.
So, okay, you're convinced now. You want to smash stuff, don't you? I know you do. And that's why you're going to head over to escapefromwarehouse1.com. We're going to pick a time slot. A lot of people want to get into these rooms and all that sort of thing, so be sure to book your slots. Also, if you do book your slot and you want to do something in addition, go ahead and book it in succession, so that you can go from one thing to the next without having to ruin your night. Now, we all know that some of these things are best done in a party. So go on and tell your friends before you even start the booking process that they'd like to come with you. You can divvy up cost or something like that way. And you can, let's face it, some things are just better done in a group, in families, maybe people that meet up with people they went to school with, or you have buddies already planned out. You know what I mean? If a lot of people know that we also have the Amish of Etheridge, and if you came to see the Amish, that'd be a good combination of, places to go when you're done in that morning, what to do in the afternoon. You could be doing some smashing or throwing or trying to get out of a room and all that sort of thing. Having a good time. And that's what we want to do, is we want to see everybody on our page to have a great time. So be sure to go on to Escape from Warehouse 1 so that you can book your time slot today. I hope you guys thought that was a terrific video. And if you don't mind, just here at the very end, right down in this section, there's a place where our name is. If you click our name, Visit Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, that will go to our channel, all right? And on our channel, there'll be another video tab where you can see other videos just like this one that we've done. Like, did you know that the Escape from Warehouse 1 building is within eyesight just about of our #1 pizza place in all of Lawrence County? Yes, right at the Noble Fox. The Noble Fox has a really huge, nice big wood-fired pizza oven where they pack these pizzas in here really nicely, and they come out just perfect. All kinds of different varieties. He also has other food items and burgers and different things going on. He also has a place where you can drink beer in the back called the Fox Den. So if you guys want to get a little brewskis and tell you about how their friend is stuck in the 80s, that'd be a really good place to do it. Now, there's also across from the Noble Fox is the museum. It's the Loretto History Museum. It was originally called the Passarella Museum because they have the telephone place. It's really interesting to see early telephones. There's still switchboards and stuff inside. And that would be a really cool event to do, probably before you go into your rage room especially. Maybe think about all those times we spent on hold, right? Anyway, I hope you combine a few things with your visit to Escape from Warehouse 1 so you can make one big day and one big adventure right here at Escape from Warehouse 1. Anyway, this has been Mike, and I hope you guys would love to see us in another video just like this one. If you've seen me several times, obviously we're friends. Go ahead and subscribe, and please ring that bell. However, if this is the first time you're seeing us, let us earn that subscribe. And while you go on and see if we can find any more videos, that's going to tell you whether or not you need to continue to watch our videos. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you in that next video. Anyway, this has been Mike from Visit Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.